Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at another GameSir controller that I picked up. I have some weird obsession with these controllers at the minute. So this is the GameSir Cyclone 2. This is a wireless, but obviously it can be connected via a USB Type-C, but primarily a wireless controller. It's the first one I've had from GameSir. I did read a few reviews on this before I picked it up, and they were all just great reviews. Most GameSir reviews are. Obviously this one, as you can see by the picture, comes with like a docking stand, but it does charge the internal battery, and you might be able to see there is a USB pass-through, which is even better. Now I took the sleeve off the box because it's difficult to do one-handed, but if we look on the back, so there's your controller, and obviously, like I said, you get a dongle with it, and then connects via Bluetooth 2.4, and you can wire it. The software, we'll get into the software in a bit. It uses TMR sticks, and it has it's got Hall effect triggers. I'll show you what I mean on the controller in a minute, but there's a switch on the actual trigger to turn it into a micro switch. The turbo function, but I haven't seen anyone use a turbo function since maybe the PS1, PS2 era. And then yeah, you can control all that with the GameSoft Connect software, and you can use it on PC, Switch, Android, iOS. You know, the usual. I will try and get this out of this box one-handed. It might not be that easy. It comes in, not a fancy box, but I've never seen it come in one of these types of boxes before, where you have to actually lift one part off. So I would call it a fancy box for a game controller, but yeah. So we'll have a look at what's underneath first. So we'll take that out, and we'll take that out. And obviously that there is the dongle. Underneath you get a bag here that has got just your sort of various, it's got like a guide on how to use it in different languages. You get a sticker, you get them with everyone, and then I can't remember what the black and red book is. Oh, it's just got like a QR code in it and everything. So that's just like your setup stuff, and that sticker, as you can see on the PC, I've already got one of those stickers here. So yeah, but right, what should we unbox first? I think the charging stand, and then we'll get to the controller. Obviously the dongle is just the like 2.4 gigahertz dongle that you would see with like a mouse or wireless keyboard or whatever. Charging stand, however, I quite like this stand, if I can get it out of the bag. So let me move this, and I'll use this to stand it on. So this here is the charging stand. As you can see, it has the 4 pins on the top, and like I said, the USB pass-through. Now, you might be able to see there's like 2 sort of dimples here where the bottom part of the controller will sit so it doesn't slide off. Now, this is made from, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like that bit here, like where the charging, that's plastic, but these legs, these are aluminium, or aluminum for my American friends. But yeah, this is powered by USB Type-C cable. You do get that in the box, but obviously I have opened this and tested it to make sure it works. I just didn't put the cable back in the box because who really cares about cable? So I'll take the controller out of the packet now, and we'll have a look at that. So this is the controller. Yeah, this is the controller. I think it's a nice looking controller, to be fair. Little GameSir brand in there. It's obviously got your two sort of rear buttons, and then I don't know if you can hear this, but like the face buttons, like the XAYB, they're the TMR in them. It's a kind of weird sensation. Like they feel mushy when you first start to push them, but then there's quite a satisfying sort of mechanical click at the end of the push. I'll see if you can hear it down the mic. Yeah, so they're nice, and then obviously you've got the TMR sticks. Even the D-pad has a satisfying click to it. And then obviously that's where the pins connect to charge the battery, but as you can see, here's the triggers. They're like this dark grey see-through. Now under there, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to focus on that, but you can sort of see the micro switch. Now if I pull out a little bit, you can see there's a switch there, like a toggle on the bottom of the analog stick. So in this current mode, they are like fully depressible, just Hall effect. But then if I, it's a bit difficult doing it one-handed, but you can see if I toggle that over, now you can see, look, when I fully press it, it's just a mechanical micro switch now. And then obviously you can put it back the other way and it becomes full trigger again. Now, getting to the software in a minute, I will plug the charging dock in quickly, because thankfully I was wise enough to leave my Type-C plugged into the PC, so I'll plug this in here, like that. And then I will sit the controller on it and you can see what I mean. So you just kind of aim these bits at the bottom in these sort of dimples. So as you can see, there we go, and it lights up, tells you it's charging. I think it's really nice the way it lights up the top button as well. Now, that has stopped because the controller is fully charged. It should flash at the bottom as well. Yep, see, that lets you know that it's fully charged. Now the nice thing about the pass-through is you can take the wireless receiver and just plug that into the pass-through on there. See, that's lit up. See now, I pop that back quickly. Yep, so the dongle starts flashing to let you know that the controller's not in use. Now if I take it off, it connects instantly. The RGB lights up, which is fully programmable. You can't really tell, but I've changed like this to red, and these at the sides are orange, but they kind of all look orange on camera. I'll run through the software in a minute. But yeah, so that's the dock and the controller. The controller is very, very premium feeling. Like it even has a, you might be able to hear it. It's got like grippy texture on the back. It's got it on the end of the analog sticks and everything. They are very premium controllers. The crazy thing about these controllers though is for a controller that's fully TMR and Hall effect with micro switches and everything, if you obviously wanted something, I mean, not even Hall effect, but if you wanted something with like rear paddles or rear buttons, you're talking an Xbox Elite controller and you're talking over £100 for that controller, which I think is a rip-off. Microsoft just need to do better. So does Sony, to be fair. This controller, obviously full Hall effect sticks, or full TMR sticks, full Hall effect triggers and micro switch triggers, 2 back buttons, fully customizable RGB and micro switches for the face buttons in the ABXY and then the D-pad. And yeah, this controller is $44.99 on Amazon. And it's about, I wouldn't say it's as heavy as an Elite Series 2, but I'd say it's heavier than a standard like Series X controller. For the same price as a Series X controller, and it's way more premium feeling. I've had 3 GameSir controllers now. I've had this, which is obviously, like I said, the Cyclone 2. I've had the GameSir Cyclone, which is kind of like the wired version of this. And then I've had the sort of bog standard GameSir G7 SE, which is still Hall effect, but yet again another wired controller. White one, you might have seen the video I did in it a while ago. So yeah, if you're after a controller at this kind of price point, don't go for an Xbox controller. The sticks are garbage, and that's why they get drift. Like Hall effect obviously can't suffer drift, because I can't remember which way round it is, but I think you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'm pretty sure standard like Xbox controllers use, I think it's a potentiometer, and Hall effect is a magnometer, so it uses magnets to keep the stick centered. It could be the other way around, I don't know, like I said, let me know. But yeah, like I said, if you're after a controller at this price point, don't overlook GameSir. I will not use anything else now other than GameSir. So I will quickly run you through the software. So what you have to do is, you can see my GameSir Connect app down there. So I will click that. And you can see it comes up with these 4 controller options, and then it's auto selected mine because it was connected. Let me try and put this on my second screen and make it full screen so you can see it a bit better. So it comes up with your controller there, obviously mine's not white. You've got your polling rate again, which you want to set to 1000 Hz, and obviously you can save different profiles at the top. Now in the top left corner you've got all your RGB control. If I just click, let's say, like, right, so we've got the orange now, let's say if I just click flow, there you go. And if we do obviously like rainbow, and then you've got pulse, you've got standoff, and then you've got alarm. And then you can change like speed and brightness, so on and so forth. And then down here you've got obviously dead zones for your triggers, dead zones and anti-dead zones for your sticks. The buttons, because you can actually swap which button does what via the software. And then you've got like your x-axis output mode, and then like what button you need to press to activate it, blah 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 blah. But yeah, like if you click on a certain box, it takes you to like a more in-depth sort of menu. Now if we go to sticks at the top, you can see this is where you would set your dead zones for your sticks and everything. You can control vibration, and then you can actually custom control your lighting. So you can use these 4 to control the different lights on it, and then you can set them, as you can see, to literally whatever you want. And then you can say 5 different profiles of RGB lighting. Pardon me. So yeah, it's a pretty comprehensive app for controlling your controller. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick review on the controller for you. But yeah, like I said earlier, if you're looking for a controller in the £40 to £45 price range, I would definitely look at picking one of these up. If you want a wired controller, I would get the Khaled, I don't know how you pronounce it. And And then you can go cheaper with GameSir. You can go for, I think it's the Nova Lite, which is like $24.99 on Amazon UK. But yeah, don't overlook GameSir. A lot of people look at them and think, oh, they're just a cheap Chinese company. Believe me, this is probably one of the more premium controllers I've ever used. So yeah, if you're after one, be sure to check GameSir out. They do have their own website. You do find some of it's in Chinese, so it might be a bit difficult if you don't speak Mandarin or something. But check them out on Amazon or whatever. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you do use one of these, or if you're planning on picking one up, let me know down in the comment section below. As you know, or you might have seen, I try to literally answer everybody I can. So yeah, for now guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I will catch you all in the next video.